the bush is burning, there's a lot. There's fire on the mountain. Let's get this thing, done. Yeah, let's get this thing done and as fast as we can, because our attitudes towards sustainable development is, it's again apathetic. A lot of people don't care, they smog and they just shrug it off and all of that. But if we can all come together and then hold our leaders accountable and hold ourselves accountable, because I've seen both sides. It's not just the leaders, it's also us. Yeah. Okay. So, there's a lot we can do better. I can do better. There are a lot of things that, I've said, okay, Joe, even you are at fault. You have to hold yourself accountable and know where the fault is. Everyone, in all of us, lies the fault. So, humans were creatures of habits, and it's so hard to unlearn and relearn. So, it's quite a tricky one. I'm not sure what to, say exactly, but if we can all come together as one, as a unit, and then push forward. This is what we want. What's the policy for this thing saying? Policies, what's this saying? And after we've amended or thrown out old or obsolete policies, and we bring forth new ones, how are we following this thing moving forward? How is it going to be enacted? How is it going to be practiced. So all of these things, policies, I think is a surefire way, looking at our policies and, make new ones.
And that unlearning and relearning and unlearning to relearn, that's definitely something that I'm thinking about as well, even though, of course. But then the whole fire on the mountain situation, I think, about what you said, it's like, it's one thing for fire the mountain, but it's another thing for people around the mountain to realize that the fire is going to get
something's happening.
But being in this COVID culture now, COVID-19, where all of a sudden I have to wash my hands every
other time.
Don't go out, I'm still going to wash my hands. So I'm just like, you don't know, I'm disinfecting services. Yes, before COVID I would not have been as extra careful as now.
We are not preemptive. We don't preempt. The sense of urgency, visionary is lacking, and it's the human animal, it's the human factor. These are things that ordinarily we should be doing every other day, every other minute, every other hour. You should be aware that there's germs everywhere. It's flying around. It's there, but you can't see them.
I get it. Another question. Why? I guess we've spoken about this already, kind of. I was going to ask who give talks.
The younger generation, everyone, but the younger generation especially.
Are the teachers usually in the room when you give talks?
For some schools and for some, places, yes, but other schools, no, which is not a good thing. You don't know what, these people are teaching, or, you don't know what they are impacting. So not everywhere, they have their faults and, all of that. But for the most part, some schools, yes, there are teachers around and, listening as well, because they have to learn as well.
Yeah. Oh, internet again.
Even us, we have to do better. It was such an eye-opener. It was very revealing. I'm sorry, my internet, I don't know what's, So most of them come and say, thank you. It was an eye-opener, very revealing. Thank you so much. We'll do better. And that is everything.
Oh, I'm just thinking back to my own secondary school days. I always looked forward to, I don't know about other students, but I always looked forward to when people from outside, from non-profits, motivational speakers would come and talk to us, because it was always something different from education. And that was my own way of taking a break, because I was in boarding house. It was my own way of taking a break from normal school activities. And I always found them really interesting. Some of them, I still have notes in books that I've had, and I still have notes that I look back to. But then those things are really important for us, because they really put our head spaces in, I guess, kind of the right direction to start thinking about things like, your career. But also we had people come and talk to us about like sex education and just abuse and like just rape, like things like that. And put your head in the right space, whether you are a guy or a girl, like you put your head in the right space, you become more aware. And I think that more people should actually embrace things like this, you know, things like what Myth Nigeria is doing, because it's just needed. Like it's something that you can't have teachers put the idea of those in students' heads. You can't.
I'm sorry to say, but most of the teachers themselves, they need help, and especially in Nigeria. Especially in Nigeria. It's crazy. I'm sorry, but what we saw, if I work with the Commissioner for Youth in my state, amazing person, Mr. Ifeanyi Gunyanga, and it's an overhaul, the situation. And if, and even in Abuja and Lagos, there's Lagos Island, there's mainland, and some teachers can't even express themselves. They can't write properly. It's a lot. So where do we begin? It's a lot. You cannot tell me that a teacher, let's say osteoporosis, what's that? Any form of, they don't know most of the things that they're supposed to know. And if you tell a teacher to talk to you about abuse and, all of that, where do they start from? They'll struggle. And your minors are under your care. You don't know what abuse are. You don't know what the pointers are. If a child is, regressing, otherwise once upon a time you're super active and now regressing and, doing poorly, what's going on? Squint and see the signs, their bodies, they'll tell you somehow. But do they do all of that? No. But then again, I understand from their perspective, even they need help. The teachers, I think it was World Teachers Day. Sometime this month or last month, I'm not sure. Every day, honey, should be World Teachers Day because they do amazing things. But they only get so much, recognition. Heck, even people in, health sector, the NHS, only recently are we realizing how, important and prime the work that they do, how, it matters, from the janitors to, in no particular order, lab attendants, the midwife, the nurses, the doctors. We overlook, people, and our teachers, they're in penury, they're suffering. But it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. When the head is rotten, it goes all the way down.
Yeah. So, point taking, like notes to maybe equip them more as they're coming on to school. Because I get like it depends on the situation that exists when you're hiring teachers, especially in Nigeria. Once you have that job, I think there are so many things that can be done even within that job. So I may not know about, let's say, gender equality before, but when I come onto your school or I become someone that is employed by you, then I think it's your responsibility to begin to train me more, to get me to that level or that caliber of the group of teachers.
Absolutely. Do you know how powerful an educator or a teacher is? Children listen to their teachers sometimes more than their parents.
That's true.
So it's teachers are to education what pastors and imams and all of that are to religion. You see the followership, it's crazy. They tell you lie down, you fall, they say jump, you say how high. Oh my gosh.
And it sticks with you, doesn't it? Like I still remember some great teachers there, but I can't forget them. Just for me,
Those are your formative years, your most important. Your formative years are one of the most important, years of your life. Most of the time you forget, as an adult, what happened. Childhood, you travel back to childhood, you remember everything. You remember the names, you remember your sitting position, you remember it's a lot. It's a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah. So we have 5 minutes to end, but I want to ask you a question to just end this.
Okay.
For 5 minutes or with however long you take, but why is it important that we care?
Our future, you see, it's a lot. To not care is to die. and not just personal death. We're talking about generational, death. You not only kill yourself, but you're killing generations unborn, and that is super selfish. So if we curate our social, if we care enough to curate our social media the way we do, then why not we care about where we live, Earth? Why not care about health? Why not care about human rights? Why not care about these cool things? Hey. If you don't do it, who will? So it's really important. Sustainable development goal or sustainability period is for everyone. It's very personal. We should take it personally.
I love that quote. And someone, my friend just quoted it again. Faith. She said, "You said to not care is to die." I just really I think that was really deep and really impactful. Like it's just like, and if you think about it, it's true. It's true. Like if you don't care, you don't do anything.
Yeah.
You don't, if there's a problem, you don't try and curb it, or you don't prevent things from happening. And then what happens is that the effects of you not caring, your ignorance, just, takes a toll on you and your future generations to come. Like sometimes I think about movies that I've watched, like Divergent, or any movie that just talks about the world post whatever destruction there was, and how people have to come back and live. And you see the conditions people are living in. And I know it's fictional, but there's a huge extent to it that is actually true. And that may happen if we don't wise up and try and act up and try and actually take responsibility. Like this is our world. Do you get what I mean? Like this is
our world. Your home. Our home. There's no plan B. We don't know what's out there, the galaxies, the outer space. This is what we know. This is our home. When people are bound by geography, I just smile. We've seen what happened with COVID. We're very interconnected, regardless of boundaries and all of that. What affects what happens there in Canada, over across the waters, it will affect us here in the UK. Chances are it will go across Africa, all over. So that's it. And I've seen what we're doing obviously is very unpopular. We're not getting all of the views, the comments, whatever, but even I don't care. Now, you can use not caring to your own advantage if you do it right. You can say, you know what, I don't care. I am scared. I am nervous to talk to, Parliament, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care, how I do it. I'm going to do it anyway. So it could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing, depending on, context and how you use it. I mean, everything is, it's out of context. How you use, certain things is what matters. If you don't care about, the environment, you don't care about your own well-being, that's rather sad. But if you say, you know what, I don't care if, if it comes back to bite me, as long as I'm speaking for the younger generation, I'm speaking for, and I know it's right, I'm going to do it anyway. So why not? You can, you can do that. Yeah. So we're doing that. I'm doing my advocacy. I've always wanted to, speak out on things that I don't know. And another thing is the self-development, the work ethic, the discipline that it gives to me. I literally have this list of things that I have to talk about, and I have to, talk about them. Bowel cancer. I'm going to talk about Nurses Day. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about that. And, I'm doing it in the lamest, way possible. I don't, know much, but I try. That's all that matters. Try. Yeah.
Yeah. It's important that we speak of. Yeah, that's so true. Well, it's 10:30, Joe, right on time. Thank you for joining me. Honestly, guys, I've known Joe. I met you in Nottingham.
Yes.
But I'm doing undergrad. And
it was what was it called? In the church where we go for
cafe. Cafe.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. We used to wear your shirts and everything and take pictures.
Oh my God. And that was everything. You see, that was everything. You stood for something that, mattered. I called, I reached out, and you obliged. If I didn't say nothing would have happened. And now you know so much about it, or, at least you do know, there's the SDGs and we should care. This is what they say, poverty, hunger, gender equality, education. It goes all the way to the 17th one, synergy partnership for the goal. So, yeah.
Yes.
And you still see the photos from before are still, valid.
Yes.
They're forever valid. That's the thing
Yes.
about, those things. They are forever valid. So, yeah, they are photos without
Follow
expiration dates.
Instagram at
MIF_Nigeria. Yes.
MIF Foundation. So MIF_. If you check my post about this live, I've tagged him in the post. So follow his Instagram. I see the beautiful work that he's doing along with his teammates. It's amazing. So thank you so much.
We're so proud of you. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. You've come so far, and now we're doing live. You're interviewing me. I'm on the hot seat. I'm like, my girl, she's killing me with questions.
Oh, thank you. Well, thanks for joining. It's so talking to you. I will keep in contact as always.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And thank you guys for joining our live. Love you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Have a great weekend. Happy Friday.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.